So ignore the Irish theme. I couldn't really find any theme that was better. And that picture is me. It used to be my profile picture. And it's pretty cool. So to start off, this was one of my first posts. It wasn't my first, but the first was me saying Happy New Year on New Year's Eve. And then I didn't really come back. I totally like have 0%. I totally like 0% have a reason for posting this. Cool, right? And it was literally just a link to YouTube. I clicked on it and I checked it out. It was just youtube.com. That's all I posted. And then I just posted this. Wait, this was actually before. Some of these might be, the order might be a little messed up, but I posted this January 6th. I posted this, a Papa Roach song, which was good. Can anyone post something funny? I'm bored. You might notice that a lot of these, they don't have any likes, and that's not because I didn't have any friends. It's because a lot of Facebook accounts don't exist anymore. So I had friends. It's just that they are not here anymore. I mean, they're not dead, but they're not on Facebook. An Adam Lambert Key of Awesome parody where I quoted the lyrics. I used to be kind of obsessed with this, but I'm too scared to rewatch it. There's probably some homophobic stuff in it. Then I said, life's not forever. Enjoy it. Which, I mean, I guess I had just turned 12. So I don't know. I was getting a little bit existential. Me loving my phone, Nokia C7. And then I added an example of what the phone was. My uncle bought me this phone, who was very rich. And I saw, this was like the first time I'd ever met him, and he just bought me this phone. And then I didn't see him again for another 6 years. I was the first kid in my class to have a touchscreen phone. And this phone was pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty good. Today makes me want to dance. Oh yeah. May 8th. Don't know what was happening on that day, but it was a pretty good day. This is a picture of my sheep. Many of you guys have doubted if I actually had sheep. This is evidence of it. I posted a picture of one of my sheep. Is he dead now? I actually was there when this sheep was slaughtered. Rest in peace. And this was my old dog. His name was Rocky, and she was pretty chill. She might still be alive today. I think she's still alive. Actually, I don't know. Don't quote me on that. So this is the first Estonian post that you'll see. In this post, basically, I was talking about how we had like a class function. End of the year, every year we would have a function with the year group. And in this post, I say the function's over. I just woke up. My head hurts, but I swore a little bit. I said my head fucking hurts, basically. Which I don't know what I was insinuating because I definitely did not drink. I was not hungover. I don't know why I said that. Then I posted this cool picture of my dog with this effect over it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Being spammed plus I'm in love. I don't know what that means, to be honest with you. But June was the month of love for me, I guess. Playing Free Realms, pretty awesome. Try it, freerealms.com. And this was real. Free Realms did go fucking hard, to be honest with you. I did not get paid, but maybe they should have. My letter is F. Something I like, football. Something I dislike, foot smell. Something I love, FC Flora, which is like, it's like this Estonian club, which I didn't even really like. That's not even the club that I supported, so I don't know why I said this. And then favorite word, football forever. Was this an assignment? This was probably one of those posts where one of your mutuals would say, like this post and I'll give you a letter, and then you would have to like fill this out with the letter. If your dad is or was a hardworking man and is your hero, has helped you no matter how good or bad you were, and is just the best dad ever, if you are blessed to still have your dad, or if he is the brightest star in the night sky, put this as your status and let everyone know you are proud. This post hasn't aged well, and it's honestly kind of gay. Like the whole brightest star in the night sky, that's pretty gay. Don't let 13-year-old driver sing, sad face. And then it's Rebecca Black Friday, Brock's dub. Fucking Brock Baker, dude. Facebook owner, remember when we were poor? Microsoft owner, no. Facebook owner, me either. Laugh. So I guess this is like maybe this was class-conscious comedy. And I honestly seemed like I was having fun with this, and I got a like on this one, so. Facebook owner, so I gotta go to the bank tomorrow to talk about a loan. Microsoft owner, what do you need a loan for? Facebook owner, I don't, the bank does. Laugh. This was pretty silly. Oh, this one's good. WTF, welcome to Facebook. Girl equals guy in real life. BRB, boy ruined before. I guess I was trying to say ruined, but I said ruined. Hi equals, hey, I'm AFK, fucking king. Use equals United States of Emirates. LOL. I don't know why I thought that was so funny. And then far equals from Aksel, rar. Use these carefully. Microsoft owner. Going back to the classics. Microsoft owner. Have you tested the new iPhone out? Facebook owner. No. Microsoft owner. Me either. Laugh. I was obsessed with Mark Zuckerberg. I had him as a friend on Facebook, and I thought he was so cool because he was young like me. Having the best day with Hannah, which was one of my girlfriends. This is proof that I did have a girlfriend. Not to dox her or anything, but... Oh, this was crazy. So I made a list of top footballers. Number 1, Cristiano Ronaldo. Number 2, Lionel Messi. Number 3, Iker Casillas. Number 4, Kaká. Number 5, Ramos. And then 6 is Joel Lindberg, who's this Estonian footballer who played in the MLS. So he wasn't like amazing, but in my eyes he was. Number 7, Wayne Rooney. Number 8 was Sergei Bareko, who was this Estonian goalkeeper who also wasn't that great, but he was... I mean, he had his day. And then number 9 was Victor Valdez, which is kind of random. And then this guy in the red, I had beef with this guy. Like, this guy, dude, this is the same guy. I think I told this story once. I borrowed Bakugans from him, and then his grandmother showed up at my house unannounced to get the Bakugans back. And it was really embarrassing. But he said, Kaká has a really good name. And I said, yeah, but he's a good player, so I can't make fun of him. And then he said, why not? I told you, he's a good player. Yeah, I understand you. Then he must be in first place, not last. He's not last. He's fourth. There's like 10 players. Why didn't you write them? And then I was so tired by this point. I said, click see more. Some ask, what is life? Life? That good life. You see, God gives us a lollipop and then takes it away. Then we are sad, but God gets power from our tears. But there wouldn't have been tears if God wouldn't have given us that lollipop. Yesterday I thought, what is life? And my life lost meaning. So you've always been like this. I guess so, yeah. I don't know what this means. Maybe. I hope I see Hannah. I was excited. What's on your mind? Some blood? Skull? Hair. This was like supposed to be like literal comedy. That like what's on my mind? Like what's on my brain? Skull? Finger injury. I can barely type. Ouch. Wah, ouch. You can't fly when you won't try. This is actually, I might get this tattooed. This one's one of the more embarrassing ones. 0 likes, you're ugly. 5 likes, you're okay. 10 likes, you're cute. 50 likes, you're hot. 20 likes, you're amazing. 25 likes, you're perfect. Put this as your status and see what you'll get. And I found this with me having liked it. So that was kind of sad. Women, the thing that I will never understand. And you know what? Almost 12 years later, just as real, just as true. Oh, dude, this interaction, I still think about this weekly. I'm not even kidding. November 5th is going to be Operation Facebook. Anonymous promises to take down Facebook. Well, you know what? I don't give a fuck or shit. I'm going to dance that day. Then we can get rid of another annoying social blah, 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 blah network. And then I said, LOL. And then this kid replied and said, LOL mitte LOL, which LOL means idiot or like dumb in Estonian. And then I had to say, LOL equals laugh out loud. LOL equals is LOL, basically. No, this was real. This was real as fuck. Holy shit. This song is actually so good. What do you guys think? I made this like cool graphic. Yeah, I went pretty hard, I'm not gonna lie. And then I in Microsoft Paint, I put a 7 on it because 7 was like my favorite number. Yeah, my name's on the side too. I had to brand it. And then I said, you know what? It's time for a new look. It's time for a new way to present myself. And then I said, you know what? No. Let's try something else. Trollololo guy, which was pretty awesome. My life sucks. My life sucks. My life sucks. Everyone can go die. September 12th. So I might have been, this was a day after the 10th anniversary of 9/11. I might have been in my feels. I might have been taking it extra hard that year. Single. Oh, never mind. I got dumped a day after the 10th anniversary of 9/11. Yep. Just broke up. Feels good, man. But then, you know, a week later, it all kind of set in that maybe being alone isn't so good. Yeah, it was a little bit sad. But then, you know what I said? Ha 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 ha. Time to post a funny YouTube poop called James Blunt exposes his beautiful genitalia at a sandwich shop. So, you know, I had my coping methods. R.I.P. Steve Jobs. I cried on this day. I remember I saw a montage of Steve Jobs and then I cried. And then here I became a little bit woke and I thought, how come millions cry over one man dying, but there are children starving in Africa and nobody cares? So I said, true. Bieber, haters call me gay. It's funny because their girlfriends want me more than them. Hater, that's why we make fun of them as well. So yeah, this was like kind of my start of Bieber fever. I was not a woman hater, okay? I was a Bieber hater. There's a difference. Every day I'm sick of trolls. This hasn't changed. This has not changed one bit. Apparently I left California in 2012. Many of you don't know this, but I actually went to college in California in 2012. Watch out, we have a badass over here. Do you have a naughty side? Sometimes I don't do my homework on purpose. So hardcore. This is where the 9gag memes start showing up. This is the first of many, I would say. And then I said, you know what? It's time to get serious. And I got myself a dubstep profile picture. And then the caption says, always. Come with us, they said. You're gonna have fun, they said. And this was, I guess, like, you know, third wheeling. I was kind of sick of it. I'd gone through a horrible breakup almost a year prior. And I guess I wasn't enjoying the third wheeling as much. Oh God. Tell your crush the truth about your feelings, they said. She will understand and accept, they said. So this was kind of like my incel era, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it wasn't going so good with the ladies during this period, so I was struggling a little bit. And then this one I don't understand, because this says, things to do today, get up, number 1. Number 2, survive. Number 3, go back to bed. And the caption says, on the weekends, we skip the second one, which is that like, was I saying I'm gonna kill myself? Or like, I don't know what I was talking about. Clearly I was not in a good headspace. And then this one is proof that I don't hate women, because this says women's football, thumbs up. No, yeah, ever since my girlfriend left me, it kept getting worse. This says, no matter what, no matter what holiday, I'm always home. Gonna get myself a table. Bitches love tables. I don't know what this means, but I was cooking. Oh, this. Okay, so this was a picture I found on my Facebook, and I had a huge bump on my head because I hit it against this like pole. I think I was playing football with my friends, and I maybe it was the goalpost. I might have hit my head against the goalpost, and then I added this because it kind of looks like that. And this one says, "Women, when will I understand you?" This has 26 comments, but none of them showed, so I don't know what was going on in the comments. Clever bot, hand heart. I guess I got desperate and decided to start pursuing an AI. And then this just says, yup, happy couples everywhere. I'm not gonna lie, this was a very pathetic era of my life. Very sad. But 3 likes though. 3 likes. And there we go. Things changed. All right. The tides have turned. And I enter the relationship. I think this was with the girl that's now in Australia. I think this was her. 37 comments, yeah. The comments didn't show up, but I remember it was just a lot of, because at the time, like, she was on this post. So it'd be like, in a relationship with, insert her name here. And then it was just like a bunch of our friends being like, what? This is crazy. This is next level. And it used to have more likes, all right? It had like 25. I swear to God it had 25. I remember that. And then, Oppa Gangnam Style. As you can see, the second half of the year was a lot better for me. LOL, A, she's mine, A, he's mine. And then it's just, hey, like, I don't know what this means. And then this post is crazy. My friends, the battle is over. Gangnam Style is now the most watched video on YouTube. The second most watched is Bieber's Baby. Suck on that, Bieber. So yeah, I was hyped. Made my day. Dude, I didn't know what weed was. Like, I don't know why I posted this. There's no way I knew what weed was. And then you know what I said? Let's go for something cuter. Let's put on a little bit of a cute profile picture. Kangaroo in diapers. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. And then, I don't know, like, I think by this point I had broken up again already. My relationship had ended, so I started sharing posts like this. Friend zone should be a relationship status on Facebook. Yeah, it's pretty sad what happened to me. And then this is a picture of my dog. And I said, doggy. It's a cute picture. And then this, the original post. The original post. And the caption says, yesterday when I realized it was Friday. And I got 5 likes. See, by this point, I was 14. So I really did not have any excuse to be this, like, unpopular. And that's the end. That's the end. That was a window into my mind.